Well, it was June the 6th. It was 6 p.m. and it's the first time Destiny had ever had a live event. At least that's what we think was going to happen, and by gum, it did happen. So once you got into the tower, you saw the Almighty was, well, much bigger in the skybox, looming toward us. It looked beautiful. It was really, really cool. Loads of people standing round, all watching, ready for the event to unfold. Then it hit 6 o'clock and nothing happened. Then it was 10 past 6, then it was 20 past 6, then it was half past 6, then it was 6:45, then at around about 7 o'clock, something actually started to happen. We saw what looked like red streaks in the sky approaching the Almighty from above. Could they be? Yes, they were. They were Rasputin's missiles, satellites, the 3 million of them that we've all worked so hard to shove into his tubes so he could blow up the Almighty. They were actually on their way there. Now, I don't think anybody expected it to work out this way. I think everybody thought it was going to be over in about 15 minutes or so. So after an hour for the first inkling to have happened, I think a lot of people were kind of, oh, that should have happened a bit quicker. But never mind, it had started. Now, what proceeded next was a very slow creep of these red lines encroaching in on the Almighty. But I was watching on live stream with lots of other people, and there was watching Twitter, and it was all a really good sense of community. People were still getting really excited about what was actually going to happen. We had tweets from DMG and stuff like that saying, you know, hold, with a really cool, funny Braveheart meme with Mel Gibson going, hold. They could have had one from the Two Towers as well, couldn't they, I suppose? But anyway, so it just got closer and closer and closer. Then what happened was we started to see little tiny explosions starting to crackle along the length of the Almighty's fins, and that then grew over the space of maybe about 10-15 minutes, and it grew in intensity and it got a bit bigger and a bit more intense. Then after that we saw this. The center hub of the Almighty started to get completely engulfed in explosions. And that was the scene for the next few minutes. It got more intense. It got more intense. I got really excited. And then this happened. Everyone went totally silent, and then a massive chunk of the Almighty starts coming towards us. Look at all the streaks coming off it in the sky. It was quite jaw-dropping, actually, to be there when that happened. It was amazing. Now, I don't know if you can hear, but the people have started to scream in the city below. The screams have started to rise up from the city below. It's really quite haunting and scary to have this sound sort of overlapping it with the sense of, oh my god, look at this massive thing coming towards us. And all the pieces in the sky, it looks really, really good. It's so convincing. I loved it. Very atmospheric. There we go. Everyone, eyes to the sky. Never seen anything like this in Destiny before. It's a great thing, a brilliant idea. And you can see, look, it's tracking now over. I thought it was going to hit the tower at one point, but no, it veered away and it's heading for the mountain range on the far side. Have some popcorn, see? Very nice indeed. Come on now, let's go and see where it's going, lad. There we go. So I decided to run over to the far side of the courtyard where the ships dock to see where it lands. Listen to them screaming, it's so spooky, it's great. This is the first time they've ever done anything like this, and I think it's brilliant. I mean, I'm going to live stream events. I need to get my setup finished, of course, but once my setup's finished, my goodness, we'd have so much fun live streaming things like this and watching it all together. It'd be great, to be so excited, it'd be so much fun. Everyone talking and laughing, and it would be marvellous. And there we go. Look, he's flagging it in there now. Down you come, lad, now. Down a bit further there. There he is, if this thing's... There you go. You're nearly there. There we go. Well done, lad. Nearly there. Now you can release your Armageddonness. And then you realise, oh my god, there's another explosion. And that great sound again. And that lovely tinnitus. Great. Really good. Uses all the sentences to try and make you feel the size of this thing. And of course, we all heard a big crash then, didn't we, in the background? So if you spin round to go and have a little look, you can see massive chunks of the tower have been torn out. Although, if you had been reading things in the past, if you've been watching some of Twitter or Reddit or whatever, some people had actually glitched into this damage so they kind of knew it was coming, which spoils the fun. So, you know, never mind. There it is. Now then, there's a couple of things you needed to do afterwards as well. Once you inspect the crash site itself, then you'll get your new emblem if you've watched the event. It's called the Seraph's Wings. It's quite a pretty Rasputin themed thing. And then go and see Zavala, and he'll have a few words of congratulations.
The Almighty has been reduced to smoldering ash thanks to you and Rasputin. Our success serves as a reminder that we're in this fight together. Allegiances have never been more important. Together, we'll overcome whatever enemy we face. And with allies like Rasputin, who can stop us?
And after he's had his chinwag with you, you've got a bit of screen dialogue stuff that you can read there. And don't forget, you can also go and see Anna Bray, and she's got some new dialogue there too, which is worth a read. Then on your return to orbit, you'll have a a congratulatory message saying, well done, you've blown up the Almighty. And also a big reminder, of course, that on June the 9th at 5 PM, that's an hour before reset British time, or 9 AM Pacific time, that's an hour before reset, like I said, they're going to have the big reveal for the autumn DLC, for the fall DLC, and I can't wait. And of course, we've also got a new season starting next week as well, which is fantastic. So there's so much more stuff to come, and Destiny now is going to be kicking up a gear, which is marvellous. And this bit of footage I'm showing here is from my son, Mr. Knuckles, because, well, he just really wanted me to put something that he captured in as well, so here it is. Of course, we didn't name him Mr. Knuckles. Of course, his name's Harrison, for the record. And all in all, I think this live event was brilliant. It took far too long to get going, though. They really shouldn't have done it over 90 minutes. If it had been 20 minutes long, 15 minutes long, it would have smacked everyone's socks off. But now they know that, they can implement that in the next one that they do. And I'm definitely going to be streaming by then, or at least, please God, let me hope I am. Get that room ready. Come on, boy, work faster. Anyway, it's been fantastic sharing this with you. I've saved you a good 70, 80 minutes of watching stuff there. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall speak to all you lovely guys and gals very soon.